welcome back. We're going to be doing something a little different today. I've been doing a couple of practice sessions around Sebring just because I did a couple races earlier this week and they honestly didn't go so well. So I'm going to try to talk through what I typically do around a lap, and maybe that helps others, or some people can talk about areas where I need to pick up and they can help me. But I'm going to start going here and kind of talking you through what I was doing in this session. I started off kind of essentially just kind of pushing probably 75% pace or so, just kind of trying to warm up the tires and not wanting to dip tires off or hit any walls or spin anything, get any X's, because I am in an official time trial. Obviously that didn't help, but I wanted to keep it as clean as possible. That way I could, one, get an official time, hopefully, which I don't believe I actually even did in this session. But mainly I wanted to see if I could put down a full lap with no X's that I can analyze on Garage 61 later, because that's a program I've been using a little bit to kind of see where faster guys have been picking up time, whether it be the line or braking zones or even like what gears they're using. So that's a good tool if anybody's interested in ways to analyze your laps. Garage 61 is something I would highly recommend. But I kind of wanted to just kind of push as much as I could out of lap 3 and 4 without trying to go too crazy, because I know there's areas where I can pick up time, obviously, considering, like I said, there's guys doing 201s, but I wanted to do as close to my optimal as I possibly could without going too crazy. That way I just had a solid, clean lap of what I consistently would run to analyzing Garage 61. That way I don't have any random gear shift outliers or something. Like, I want to be able to analyze what I'm consistently doing around here to go, okay, I need to change that, or that's working for me, basically. But as you can see, I'm kind of working into it a little bit. Even there, I'm pushing a little more on that exit than I honestly felt like I was in lap 1, but I'm going to start talking through as we come across the finish line at the end of this lap, and I'll tell you what I kind of like to do as we get through it. So starting coming across the line here. Coming in down into turn 1, there's a little bit of a second kink in the wall in the right hand. I've been noticing, I watched a video, someone said that's a good brake marker on your right hand side, the second kink in that concrete wall. And then I'm still pushing a little bit, trying to warm tires, but trying to use all of the track, trying to carry it over a little bit of curb, use as much as you can without unsettling the car too much. You gotta be careful on throttle, using the whole exit there. Try not to dip tires off the end of that blue and white curve, because you can get an X depending on how far you extend it. Once I start getting full pace, I'm trying to brake at the 4 cones on the left hand side going into that hairpin, keeping it tight all the way around here, trying to clip the apexes as much as I can. Coming down into this turn, I've been braking halfway between the 4 and 3 cones. That way I feel like I can get it slowed down enough to rotate it in without worrying about the back end getting loose. And just carrying a lot of speed around here, braking tight on the apex. That was a little more curb than I'd like to use. And then using the whole exit, carrying it all the way out to the other blue and yellow curb. Keeping this wide because it's a bit of a double apex. You want to clip the second one, miss the first one. Braking, turn in here, use that curb on the right, use the curb on the left, and you can use a lot of the track outside that white line to get a better exit. So keep that in mind. You don't have to stay in there to try to keep your track limits. You can use a lot of that to carry more speed through your exit. I'm going to switch over here now at the end of this straight to my fastest lap, which I believe ended up at about a 2:03.7 or so, somewhere in that territory. So then I'll let you watch that. And like I said, if anybody's got any breakdowns for what I can do better or what they learned from me, feel free to comment below. I'm always interested to learn tips and tricks. But I'll let you watch the rest of this lap here. And that was my 2:03 lap. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed. If you have any tips or tricks, leave comments below. If you think you learned anything from me, feel free to comment that as well. Like I said, hope you enjoyed. Catch you in the next one.